Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And now out comes Houston. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here's Ginn. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
21.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral it down near the 11-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Miller. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Breeze now on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st down, Murray. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. The quick slant caught. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Extra point attempt here still to come. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That'll be taken in the end zone. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
Here you go.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Ready. You ready? Level. 59. I'm coming after you. 21. 20%.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Tenth carry of the game now, Murray. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On second down, here's Watson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Okafor in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, a 22.
Come back!
Watson on first down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Watson going to give this one to Miller. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
All right, partner, let's go back over the last couple of plays. Sack, loss of yards on a running play. Not exactly the sequence that an offensive coordinator gets comfortable with when calling plays.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Back to throw, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He gets it to Thomas. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Good. Line 4, ready.
Breeze now on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Reed. 14 seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on first down.
Black gun out, Billy. Two jet. Tiger. Hey.
After the interception, here's Watson. Over the middle, it's Holmes. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Come back, come back. Two jet. Come back, come back.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fuller. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Whitney Merciless. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Breeze to throw on second down. Throw left side complete. It's Hill. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. The Saints on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Ready. We're waiting.
Now Breeze. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Hey. You got three. Three down. 12.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And now out comes Houston. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 3rd down, it's Murray, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Breeze now to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Bernardrick McKinney not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and get the running game going here with Murray. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go with Murray again. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. And he gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 3rd down, that's Miller. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On second down, Scott. Finding room inside the 40 and down to the 29-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there and also a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. To throw is Breeze. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
21. Over. Check.
Now Breeze. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. 4 touchdown passes now for Drew Brees. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Lutz with the extra point. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And now out comes Houston. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, it's Murray. Latavius Murray. Touchdown, Houston. Latavius Murray, 79 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer. A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for 2.
Tiger.
To throw is Watson. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a one-score game. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Breeze to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Ready.
to the air on second down. It's Breeze. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On third and long, it's Breeze. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, first and goal. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. To throw on second is Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game.
Richmond.
Now it's Watson. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Ted Ginn's gonna go. The 40, 20, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 105 yards. And the Saints have moved out in front. This game wasn't tied for long. How about that? A big return here in the 4th.
And this is that time of game where every big play is magnified. 4th quarter, kick return for a touchdown. You've got to feel great about your chances at this stage of the game.
Yeah, they regained the lead. Now we'll see if they can hold it. And now out comes Houston. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a handoff to Miller. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 14.
Target. Richmond.
Again, it's Miller. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch a defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Now it's Ginn. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Latavius Murray with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
To throw, it's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 44 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Ready. Yellow waiting.
They'll run on first down. Scott might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Ready. Waiting.
Breeze to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Back to throw, Breeze. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Ready. Waiting.
On second down now, Scott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Back-to-back one-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Here we go.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Ready? You ready?
On the carry, this is Scott. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And his kick is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Fighting through, and he's got space. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. And he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back, so that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
And Charles, in this one, the 4th quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So for New Orleans, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for Houston, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.